When did your parental instincts save your child's life? I was a single dad with a 6-year-old named Leo, who had been having sleeping problems for months. He'd wake up crying at 3 a.m. or I'd find him wandering the hallway looking confused. The pediatrician said it was just nightmares, but something felt off. I worked construction during the day and was dead tired most nights. So I bought one of those baby monitors even though Leo wasn't a baby anymore. Just mounted it on the hallway wall facing his room so I could hear if he got up without me having to stay awake all night. Our neighborhood was pretty quiet, those cookie-cutter houses with identical lawns and the same 3 car models in every driveway. I'd lived there for 2 years and barely knew my neighbors except for the old lady next door who always waved when I mowed the grass. There was this halfway house about 4 blocks away that housed people transitioning out of psychiatric facilities, but I didn't think much about it. Seemed like a normal thing for a suburban area. One Tuesday night around 2 a.m., I was passed out on the couch with Netflix still playing when I heard something weird through the monitor. A low thump, like something heavy hitting the floor. Then this dragging sound, like furniture being moved. I figured Leo had knocked over his toy box or something. Kid was always leaving Legos everywhere. But then I heard this soft whimper. Not Leo's usual nightmare crying, but something different, something scared. That sound shot through me like electricity. I was on my feet before I even realized I was moving. I ran upstairs and Leo's bed was empty. The window was cracked open about 6 inches. My heart started hammering because I knew I'd locked that window before putting him to bed. I always checked the windows because Leo had tried to climb out once when he was 4 to catch a squirrel. I ran outside in my boxers and t-shirt, barefoot on the cold concrete, screaming Leo's name. Nothing. The street was dead quiet except for a dog barking 3 houses down. I grabbed my phone's flashlight and started sprinting through every yard, jumping over those little decorative fences people put around their flower beds. I was yelling so loud I woke up half the block. Porch lights started flicking on. That's when I saw them. 2 houses down, in the backyard behind the blue house with the broken mailbox. An older guy in a dark hoodie was dragging Leo by the hand across the wet grass. Leo was in his pajamas, the ones with the dinosaurs on them, and he was stumbling like he was half asleep. The man looked up when he heard me coming and his eyes went wide. I charged at him like a linebacker. The guy tried to run but slipped on the wet grass and went down hard. I tackled him and we both hit the ground. I was screaming for help while holding him down. Leo was crying now, finally awake and confused about why he was outside. Neighbors started coming out in their robes and slippers. Someone called 911. The cops showed up within 5 minutes, which felt like forever. Turns out the guy was named Harold, and he'd just been discharged from the state psychiatric hospital 3 weeks earlier. He was supposed to be staying at the halfway house, but had wandered off that night. The staff there hadn't even realized he was missing yet. The cops explained that Harold had broken into my house through the side door from the garage, which I'd forgotten to lock after bringing in groceries earlier. He'd somehow convinced Leo to come with him by telling him about some magic park where dinosaurs lived. Leo was groggy and confused, so he just followed along. The scary part was that the baby monitor had barely picked up any of this. If Leo hadn't made that one little whimpering sound, I never would have known he was gone until morning. Harold could have taken him anywhere. After the police left and Leo was back in bed, I sat in his room the rest of the night just watching him sleep. The next day, I drove to Home Depot and bought a full security system with cameras for every window and door. Cost me $800 I didn't really have, but I didn't care. 3 weeks later, I found out Harold had done this exact same thing to another family 6 months earlier in the next town over. That kid had been found 4 hours later at a bus station 20 miles away, scared but unharmed. Harold honestly thought he was helping kids find magical places, but that didn't make it any less terrifying.